we need to celebrate living, life, hope.
Yes. Sense of humor. I love the title of your book. It's
Yeah,
amazing, really
sense
amazing.
of humor.
Sense of tumor.
And
It's amazing. You were diagnosed with cancer at the age 21. Is this
yes, I was
21?
21. So what
Freshly
happened?
graduated from university. At that time, what did you know about cancer? About the cancer? How did you receive the diagnosis?
Okay, so yeah, it's crazy to be diagnosed with cancer at 21. Like you're getting prepared for your life, for your work, your
Yes.
career, all that. You're graduating from university.
Plans.
Yeah, but yeah, so back then I had no idea what cancer was. Like to me, cancer was this illness that old people get. It has nothing to do with young people, and you have to be like really unhealthy, and the symptoms are major. Because cancer, yeah, we all have that idea as if like we're dying or it's so dark, you know.
Who noticed the cancer? Your mom, your doctor, and
No, honestly, so I was misdiagnosed for a whole year. I kept going to my doctor and telling him, like, I have shortness of breath, I have cough, fatigue, I can't walk, you know, all that stuff, bruises, even like I would see blue patches everywhere on my body, including my tongue. So this is all typical symptoms of leukemia, okay, blood
okay.
cancer. But no one told me about that. Like at school, we never learned about it, which, by the way, I think we should talk about that. And
Yes.
so I had no idea. And the doctor would say, oh, well, you have like a flu
Yes.
or whatever, you caught a cold, or you probably have asthma. So later on, khalas. My situation became very, very bad. And I had to go to the ER, to the emergency room. And yeah, so this is where they immediately noticed a tumor. And it was like as big as my book here in my chest. And yeah, we took it from there. And my doctor, Dr. Lina Khattar, was amazing with the way she
In
told
Lebanon.
me.
In Lebanon.
Yeah, in Lebanon.
Yeah.
Like it took her 2 weeks to tell me, but I think that was gradually the buildup of the knowledge, that the information that I was getting was very helpful for me to be in a positive mood. So yeah, it was never like a shock, like, yeah, sit down, we have some news, you have cancer, blah, blah, blah. That would have definitely like damaged me somehow.
Many cancer survivors say that they are in a strange way grateful for their experience, a powerful one. Was this the case for you? And how did you living with cancer change you? Your outlook on life? Something changing in this instance?
Yeah, it's true. You know, once I gave a speech that was entitled Cancer is the best thing that ever happened to me. And it's true,
Yes,
because without cancer, I would not have known the value of the good days, the sun, the moon, the
I
sea,
know it.
the good people, the friendships, and food. Oh man, the food. Because the
Baba Hanush Ramos.
hummus, baba ganoush, oh my God. Because you know, you can't eat whatever you want whenever you want to. So sometimes you have to, during chemotherapy, or especially the bone marrow transplant, like, oh my God, for 6 months, I had to undergo a, what's it called? Antibacterial diet. So I have to eat canned foods and stuff like that. And it's not good, honestly. I'm Lebanese. I love food and my genes. And
Tell me.
just the value of life. You have a different perception towards life, you know, and yeah, you know.
But you felt this in the first moment, or you need some time to accept the insurance. And
There's things that build up through time. For example, friendships. You know who was there for you, who wasn't. And by people who weren't there, they don't have to be there physically. You know, there's so many people who were there for me, but never visited the hospital. And I understand that. And I'm so grateful, really, really grateful. And there's stuff that just change you immediately when you know you're at the hospital and it's serious and it's probably cancer. Here you already changed. So I don't know, like, what about you? Like your experience with your dad? I mean, that must have been very, very hard.
definitive, the cancer of my father is my major moment. I think there is I crossed the frontier for make me a stronger guys. Learn from the lost. This is very important. In our lives, we lose a lot of things, but we won't necessarily be defeated. You know,
Yeah.
you can lose something, but this is not the end. My father death was a beautiful moment because we choose to face it with a lot of love and experience in the present. It was my big lesson about the present value, and this is nowadays the name of my third book. In this year, I wrote this book. The name is Present Value, and when I can think in a time, in a moment of my life that I really know that the only thing that we have is the now, is this time.
Yes.
This is the this time with my father. We choose, all of my family. We choose had this moment with a good humor. This is all of my sisters, my mother, my father. We choose this way. In all of we have many problems in our lives, but and the cancer is maybe the biggest one. But in all of this time, my father have an year and 3 months with the cancer, and the doctor said that he had only 2 months of after the diagnosis, and
Wow,
we have
and he
an
lived a year
year.
and 3 months?
Yes, with a good life, and everything is very good. But I think that is I crossed the frontiers from a guy and a man, a mature man.
This is life changing for
Yes,
everyone.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And we have an amazing experience with my father doctor. He is a amazing guy. He stayed with us not as a doctor but as a friend. He
Yeah.
stayed with
Habibi,
our
Habibi,
family.
Habibi. That's
This is
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, this is amazing.
The doctor plays such an important role in the recovery of the patient and in the hopes of the family. They either destroy you, honestly, or they give you so much
Yes,
hope.
you. I think that you wrote this book in your treatment. No.
It was after my intensive 9 months, because for 9 months I was like almost all the time at the hospital. I would just go out for 2 weeks, come
You
back.
spent you spent you spent 9 months in
Yeah.
the hospital.
For 9 months, I had to go in the hospital
Housing.
for about 1 month and then go back for 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 weeks. That was the case for about, yeah, that time. And afterwards, I would go for maintenance just to maintain with my
Okay.
treatment. So I would go once a month. And during that period, I wrote Sense of Tumor. And yeah, so it was also very helpful for so many people and for me as well. Like some sort of a therapy. Plus, as you said, like people are afraid of the word cancer. So,
Yes.
you know, Rio de Janeiro and Beirut have a lot in common. Like
Yes.
we still share this traditional fear of this illness. You know, we don't even say the name. Like in Lebanese,
Yes.
we say حداك المرض, so which translates into that other disease, that other illness.
It's not
So,
cancer. Yeah.
yeah. We don't say cancer. No one should know it's cancer. But I just wanted to, you know what, just break the taboo. So I wrote Sense of Tumor, and oh my God, I would go out without a wig in public. And there's always this thing about stigma, you know, and people ask about stigma and how did you manage, how did you deal with people's reactions? But honestly, Pedro, like the only comment I got was a negative comment, but I took it as a compliment because the guy
Yes.
was like, he's an older man, okay, and he saw me at the mall, like bald, okay, and I had eyeliner and, you know, looking rebellious. So he was like, did you see, he poked his wife, he told her, did you see girls these days? Look at this new generation, they shave their heads. So I was like, wow, nice. So yeah, just you have to have the courage to put yourself out there. And
Yes.
yeah,
Nobody.
Sense of Humor is all
You,
about that.
but the, this is the sense of humor. It's it's some it's something that everybody in your family it's have, or this is your particular.
Well, it's me and my mom mostly. My mom is so energetic, so positive. Like she's
Okay.
the type, like she's very loud. She's so much like me. I mean, I'm so much like her. However, my sister is the calm one. My brother is the reasonable one. My dad the same. So like when I was diagnosed and I saw my mom, she's like, yeah, we're gonna have fun, we're gonna beat
He
it with a
said,
positive attitude. And she's like, yeah, we're gonna do it. And so she gave me motivation, honestly. And I think maybe I'm so sure that if my family was depressed and they showed me that they were depressed, then I wouldn't have the same humoristic attitude or approach to cancer.
the my father dad in the dies in the my mom's birthday. It's the same day,
Oh my
and you
God.
can and believe believe in me. We can make a party, a little party in this day after the end of my father lives. We can came back to our home and stay together, make a baba hanoush hummus with some bread, hubsy, and
Yummy.
we have, yes, and we have a party because we can in all of my life. I i have a certain that we can sharing our experience, but we can we can fix it, our our energy in the things that came to you. You can have good vibes in all of situations. In the cancer of my father, in this a year and a half, uh, we have many times we stay together in this time, because he said for me and for my sister that we have no space to bad feelings. He said, my life it's okay. I have good sons. I have my wife, my family. God was very good with me. Everything is okay. I've never saw my father uh, said, "Oh my God, I'm bad," and he have serious problem because of the cancer. Uh, he cannot eat. Your cancer is from this area, and we cannot eat. We can put a colostomy bag and many other things. But in all of this time, he he put a smile in your face, and this is the most important lessons of my life. We can have problems. It's normal, but we can choose the way that how can we look for these problems. How many people you can save, not from the cancer, but you can save from the depression. You can tell me, you have any amazing history about this, people who read your book and said, Raquel, this is a gift for me.
Yes, absolutely,
A
absolutely.
lot of.
Honestly, yeah, and not just like I was surprised because it's not just people with cancer who messaged me. There are people like just as you were saying, people with depression. There's one person that I admire, and she has schizophrenia,
Mhm.
and she told me that it helped her so much. And I can't even imagine how. Like I wrote this book that
Schizophrenia.
helped you. Wow. Yeah, so it really I wish someone wrote this book before I was diagnosed so that I could have received it as a gift. Yeah, it's a good I think it's a good starter pack for anyone going through um, like a difficult time. I think especially with health, whether physical or mental. Mental health is also very, very important. So yeah, this book really helps.
What gives you hope when it comes to cancer?
There's always hope. There's always hope with science, with technology, how it's improving. You know, the equipment at the hospitals, the studies, the research. This gives me a lot of hope, honestly. And you can just compare 10 years ago how they used to treat cancer,
Amazing.
25 years ago. Now, today, it's improving so much by the second. And I believe in science so much. And I believe
Okay.
that we don't have all the answers right now, but I'm so sure there are people, geniuses working and really dedicating their time for cancer research, and there is always hope no matter what, like whatever the situation is, even if it's not cancer, because I think cancer is also like a metaphor for a really difficult time. It's not just the physical illness that a cancer patient has. Everybody has their own cancer. It's like everybody has their own battle to fight, and so cancer just happens to be one of them.
I remember one of the last conversation that I had with my father, and he said to me, Habibi, he called me Habibi. He said, Habibi, um, I've I've born naked, you know, and now I have this T-shirt. It's okay. He said to me this. This is
Wow.
the yes. I born with nothing, okay,
Wow.
but now I have a T-shirt. We have a house, and this is I think that we can celebrate. We can have a grateful life, and this is yes.